how is this looking? This is actually looking pretty decent. The background's looking a little nice because your girl, that was so terrible, because I just redecorated. Hello everyone, it has been a while and I'm very sorry about that. What was my last upload? I think my last upload was a weekend in my life. It was 3 weeks ago. Okay, I'm back, bitches. I hope I look fine because I don't have my contacts in. So yeah, a lot has happened and ensued since then. Well, first, if you don't know who I am, my name is Taylor. This is my channel, Tay Mills, and on this channel, I'm literally just trying to do whatever floats my boat at this point. As an update was that I was unemployed.
Yes, unemployed.
Recently employed again, currently waiting for my background check and other stuff to go through so I can be an employed bitch on May 10th. But it is currently, what's this hand doing? It's currently April 13th. It is a Tuesday, and I'm finally gonna be telling you guys about the surprise party that I
threw for my boyfriend, John.
If you don't know, if you've never watched my channel, my boyfriend and I have been together for coming up on 5 years this June. Yes, I know, crazy. No one ever thought, literally everyone thought. Anyways, I wanted to throw him a surprise party, not because
our birthdays were pretty much ruined last year,
but mainly because when I was trying to plan my party, we were trying to do a little combined thing for Atlantic City and his friends weren't able to come and I felt bad. I decided last minute, literally on my sister's birthday, Lisette, hey girl, on February, like the end of February, I decided to throw him a surprise party. This entire video, I'm doing a lot of hand motions, I talk with my hands. This entire video is literally going to be a peek into my mind of how anxious I get, how much I overthink, literally everything that went into planning this party, why it legit took me a month to do. This was not some
pull up some chairs, order some food, have some drinks.
No, there was decorations, lots of things that I had to buy, lots of food that had to be made and prepared and bought, lots of drinks that were created, being able to get everybody here in this house because literally his friends live like all up and down the East Coast. Well, not that far down, but they're pretty far. So all of that together was very stressful and I was legit so anxious for 4 weeks straight. So I'm just going to be telling you how I pulled it off. Oh, and also how he thought I was cheating on him. We're gonna get into all of those wonderful things, but if you're not already, you should subscribe to my channel so you can stay up to date with all of the videos that I post because, well, that's really not, no, that's not good because I haven't been posting. But besides the fact of the matter, if you just want to know when I eventually do post, whenever I do upload something, subscribe to your girl. And now we're gonna get into the video. I thought of throwing him a surprise party because he had told me that he was trying to throw me a surprise party. He didn't end up doing it just because a lot of people were doing surprise parties in my friend group, so he didn't want to feel like he was, you know, tagging along on the trend and stuff, I guess, which I mean, I get, I understand. But I was like, man, he was trying to sit here and throw me a surprise party. He's never gonna guess that I'm gonna throw him one. And at first, my first initial thoughts was, I don't wanna do this. Just thinking of everything that goes into party planning, like when you really think of like an actual party, like think of like a sweet 16, but not like erase the venue, like at your home, but still sweet 16. So all of the food you have to buy, all of the decorations, the setup, and the fact that this person can't know but you live with them is just like, just heightens everything. So I was getting really nervous. I was like, can I really pull this off? Can I really pull this off? And I was like, you know what, bet bitch, got you, boo. Use my man. You literally pay for so much of my shit, all of the dinners we've gone out to, all the Christmas presents, the birthday presents, how you treat me well and nice even though I'm like so crazy. I'm gonna do this for you. I am gonna do this for you. So I didn't want to bring it up to my mom because she had just finished helping my sister Leslie plan her wedding, so I didn't want to stress her out. So I kind of was just like trying to do it by myself. So I made up a whole Pinterest board. I actually texted my friend Tati and was sending her stuff saying, I think I want to plan a surprise party for John. And the reason why I told her is because I knew the minute I told someone I was gonna do it. I ain't gonna be a bitch and I ain't gonna back out. The first thing I sent her was actually this cake, and this is the cake that I got John. I'll show you all the pictures. And then also that same night I was looking for his gift, which kind of triggered me to have a Game of Thrones theme. One, because he absolutely loves Game of Thrones. What triggered the whole Game of Thrones theme were these sneakers. I'll put them on the screen. There are these Game of Thrones times, I always say times, Game of Thrones collaborated with Adidas Ultra Boost, and it's the Targaryen one, so it's like black and then it has like the orange and red on it to look like fire or whatever. And John wanted these shoes for the longest time. I didn't end up getting them for him because I think back then I was like broke. Yeah, so I didn't end up getting him the shoes, but I didn't realize that they were a collaboration, so
They wouldn't come back.
so it just so happened I was looking on Poshmark, I checked like StockX, like all these different places, and I finally found his exact size on eBay. John's a size 12 and a half, and this man in Idaho
Had a 12 and a half.
and they were like $30 cheaper than the selling price, and everyone else when they had like the box, because like I was starting to really get up on my shoe game and figure out like why things cost more and why not. If you have the box with the shoes, it literally just ups the price of the shoes, which I didn't realize, which is why I got the shoes on sale, because they didn't have the box. A lot of the shoes with the boxes cost like $300 to $500, and I was like,
Wow, that's absolutely fucking ridiculous.
I put the bid on them for the exact price that they were, and I was actually DMing him back and forth saying, oh, can I see like different angles of the shoes, and like can I see the tags on the inside, which he wasn't giving me like the best pictures, but really did not want them to be fake. All in all, he said if they are fake, I will refund you, but they are 100% authentic. And I said,
Bet, bitch.
so I took a screenshot because my friend said take a screenshot just in case he tries to like fight you in court or whatever. So I submitted my bid, got the shoes, because he literally just gave them to me, like legit. He said,
Bam, you can have them.
I said, thank you, Jesus. Next step into the party planning was to get his friends to be on board. So that same week, end of February, I woke up in the middle of the night. I literally was so nervous to do this. I keep doing this with my hands. So I woke up in the middle of the night because John is like a really freaking heavy sleeper. Like, he's like my sister. Nothing can wake him up once he's in a deep sleep. He went to sleep. I woke up in the middle of the night because I tend to do that often. I have sleep problems. Just ignore that. I went into, this sounds so bad. This sounds like me going into his phone thinking he's cheating. I went into his phone, got all of his friends' numbers because I didn't have any of them. And then I saved them to my phone so that way the next day I texted them in a large group chat. So I was really nervous to message them because I really didn't want any rejection. I was like, oh God, watch I have this party, spend all this money, and they don't fucking come. I sent a long screenshot text, which I don't know if I still have, and if I do, I'll put it in. I was like, hey, it's John's girlfriend, you know, yada, yada, yada. I'm trying to have a party for him for his birthday, because I know it's really hard for you guys to meet up with all your schedules, and you guys like live really far away, so it'd be really dope if you guys could come, period. You better come. So a lot of them responded saying that they could. Majority of them could, which was great. So from that point on, party planning started. So I told my mom about it that week later on. This is still all the same, end of February, okay? And she was like, I got some stuff, you want some ideas? So she literally just went into her little party planning mode, because my mom plans a Christmas party every single year at our house, and she also obviously did my sister's wedding. She's done my 21st birthday in the basement, so this was like more out of her comfort zone because it had to be Game of Thrones theme, which means it was like rustic, medieval times, a lot of like coppers, golds, blacks. It was really cool. So we had the table set up. Into a picture here so you can see what the table was looking like. This is what we initially had and what we stuck with, but I'll show you like the finished table obviously towards the end. So a lot of the stuff that I bought from Marshalls and Ross, but literally I kid you not, like 80% of this table she already had, and we just like pulled it together. Like she had the cloth. That cloth was perfect. And I took a picture of it, that way when we did have to set it up again at my house, we would know exactly where everything was supposed to go. So all of that happened that week. It was now the beginning of March. So now it's March 8th and we had to decide on the signature drinks. I wanted to have a dessert table. I was not doing actual dinner food just because I had to do all the desserts and all hors d'oeuvres. This is supposed to be a cocktail party and light refreshments. So the two drinks that I had, the first one was called the Bloody Bastard. If you want the recipe, I can link it down below. I literally looked up like Game of Thrones themed like drinks and food and stuff because a lot of people were doing watch parties for season 8. So I found a lot of inspiration for the table on Pinterest. I found inspiration for the decorations and for like food and drinks and stuff. Like people were doing this all season 8. The one drink was the Bloody Bastard, which was really good. I forget all of the ingredients that were in it, but I believe it was like tequila, blood oranges, and simple syrup. It was a really basic recipe, which I liked a lot because we didn't want to put too much in one. But let me tell you, when we made the White Walker, it didn't end up working because it was like lemonade, blue, I don't know how to pronounce this. Curacao, Sirocco. If someone knows how to pronounce it, just let me know. Like, write it out in the comments because I don't freaking know. Like, those main two ingredients, and it did not taste good at all because, I don't know, I feel like the blood orange and the tequila was really nice. And we freshly squeezed literally all of the blood oranges because it just had a better taste to it. Like we bought blood orange juice from Trader Joe's and it just wasn't as good. We decided to make our own drink for the White Walker, so she literally combined like 4 different rums and it came out really good. It was like a coconut rum, pineapple rum, and then pineapple juice. We did all of that. So like once we got the signature drinks and stuff, I had all like the different foods, signature foods that I wanted to do. Girl, when I tell you I went so ham, like you'll see in all the preparation and stuff, everything that we packed up and like started securing, because when you really think about it, doing a party is a lot of pre-planning. Like you have to make sure everything is together, especially since she had to transport it from her house all the way to my house. And we had to do it in secret. So I made sure that I secured that someone would have John preoccupied. So his mom was nice enough to say that she would hang out with him that night because normally they go out to eat for his birthday. So she actually ended up having him go over to her house, which was even better because like, you know, if you went out to a restaurant, like, you know, there's like that whole time frame. You can only stay here for an hour and a half. Like, girl, no. So John went over to his mom's house while we were prepping and stuff, but we're jumping ahead. Back to the pre-planning. It's very important to prep, and that's what I learned from this because we had literally so much food. There was 15 people coming, so I needed to have all the food prepped. I needed to have all of the decorations and stuff together, so I ordered those all ahead of time. Like the day that I made the table with my mom, March 8th, is the same day that I ordered all the decorations, so that way if anything didn't work out or something, if I did have to order it again, I would have enough time frame for it to come. So we prepped all of the food. You'll see like all the drinks that we made and stuff and how all that went. You'll see videos of that. I'll insert that right here for you to see us making the drinks. And then also when all of his banners came in, because I had a whole bunch of banners put up, I steamed I literally steamed every single banner. I steamed the banner. I had to steam. We actually had 2 tables. So we had the dessert table, which was behind me, and then in our dining room I had the drink table. So I had to steam the cloth for that table too. And then also I ended up making this really cool box for his shoes. I grabbed his old UGG box that he kept. I grabbed his UGG box and I told him that Lisette needed it for a project, but I brought it over to my mom so that way I could decorate it. And you'll see that I pretty much printed out all these pictures and collaged it on the front because I didn't have a box for the shoes. That's how I got them on sale. So I made a box myself. I thought it was really cool and dope, and because it had like a little paper in it from the Uggs, it looked like a legit shoe box on the inside too. Then I ended up buying all the desserts and stuff. Actually, I think I have the list still of all of the foods that we did. So a lot of the things that I saw for the dessert table, they had like themed foods and stuff. So I did the Sansa lemon cakes, the Cersei salt chips, fire and blood salsa. I had chocolate covered pretzels, which were the Valyrian steel swords. We had red wedding cake pops. I had the buffalo chicken dip, which was the boar that killed King Robert. And then I think that was pretty much it. I had to make the chocolate covered pretzels myself, so I ended up making those. You'll see that. And then I had my other friend make the red wedding cake pops, but everything else I pretty much just bought myself at the stores. And then we also had cute garnishes for the drinks. We had like the blood oranges that had the sword stuck through them. And then I think we had like cherries to garnish the White Walker if you wanted to, but I don't think most people did that. And then my mom made all the charcuterie boards. She calls it, you know, most people call it a cheese board, but we call it charcuterie boards. So I showed her, I filmed her prepping all of that the night before, or like 2 nights before, because she put them in the fridge. You'll see all of that was put in the fridge, literally what everything looked like before we came over. And my mom was low-key complaining, which I can see why, because we didn't have the tables already here, because what we were trying to do was put the tables in my storage, so we didn't have to physically walk them up that day, but we did. It was a lot. It was a little bit tedious. Also, another decoration was this background of like brick, which a lot of people were using for Harry Potter themed birthday parties, and I ended up using that for Game of Thrones because it looked medieval, which is super cool. So I put the wallpaper on one large wall that I, thank God we didn't have any of these decorations up, so like it was super easy for me to just move stuff out of the way instead of like undecorating a bunch of stuff. So there was nothing on this one wall. I put up the backdrop, and then I put the banners on top, and then this other banner that said happy birthday, which you'll see. And then also I had the dessert table behind me. We ended up putting, oh, on my mirror I put Valar Morghulis. Yeah, that's what it means. I think it's all men shall die, all men will die. And then I also put 2 more banners on other sides of the dessert table. And then I had a charcuterie board on this table, and then I had a charcuterie board on my entertainment center. So that was like literally all of the prep work that we had to do. It was very tedious. I don't think I'm missing anything else but what ensued the day up. So the day up was very stressful. Actually, that week was very stressful just because I was super anxious. I felt bad because John was sad, thinking that he legit wasn't gonna do literally anything for his birthday besides just hang out with me, his dad, and his mom. Like that just sounded so sad to me. So I was trying to like, I don't know. I was trying to comfort him without giving it away, but man, it was just so hard. I literally could not sleep that entire week because I was just like, oh my god, I just want the day to be here already so I could just get it over with, because I just felt like at the last minute someone was gonna ruin it. And if they did, I would have killed them. That very day, I had to go to my friends to pick up the cake pops. And then I drove to my mom's and I had to blow up the happy birthday balloons. And it just so happened, the H popped. I bought these happy birthday balloons. They were like super huge. You'll see I put that above the couch. And the H had popped. And I can insert a video right now of me getting so upset because when it popped, I yelled shit so loud in my house. Thank God it was from the birthday, because I just made it B-Day, and it was too large anyways, and it kind of would have looked overwhelming on my wall. So I actually like that we abbreviated the birthday to B-Day instead. I had to like go over to my mom's multiple times that week too, so I kept like lying to John saying, oh, I'm just going to my mom's to hang out, this and that, blah, blah, blah. But he just let it slide, let it go.
It's like, this girl unemployed, she ain't got nothing to do, whatever, yada, yada, yada.
That, and then I had to taste test all the drinks, which they tasted really good. She was prepping all those, you'll see all of that. And then, oh, I had to string together the banner for happy birthday, and then I had to load up my car. And I was really hoping that he wouldn't look into my car because my mom had to put some stuff in the back seat. I made sure I parked on like the complete opposite side of our parking lot in the back, so he wouldn't even think to walk past my car. So I was really I was literally out all day. And sometimes when I shop for too long, I just get so tired and overworked, and it just makes me even more anxious. I don't know why. Something's just wrong with me. So I didn't like being out all day, and then knowing that he had to leave just made me even worse because I was just waiting for him to leave to go to his mom's. And I knew he wasn't going to dress nice because I knew he was just going to his mom's. So I was like, you gotta dress nice? And he was like, should I? And I'm like, it's your birthday, dress nice. Yeah, so we packed up all that stuff for my mom's. I was at home, he finally left. And then when he left, literally my mom came after, and I'd actually ordered the cake from this lady who did a fantastic job. My mom picked up the cake, she got there, John finally left. And then we literally just went into party planning mode. And then his friends started to arrive, which I feel like whenever people start to arrive while I'm still like getting stuff together, which I feel like anyone is like this, it just makes me more overworked because now I have to entertain and continue to do what I'm doing and make sure I don't forget anything. So thank God my one friend Dana actually took my camera and she got shots of what the table looked like, of the dessert table, of, I think she did the boards. If not, I just have pictures of the boards, but she did the charcuterie boards, I think. And then also she did the drink table. She might have gotten a shot of the backdrops. Whatever you see, I'll just put in here and you'll just see all the shots, what everything looked like at the end. Arriving, what had happened? John texted me. Let me pull up the screenshots because to this day, like even just looking at it triggers me, which is another reason why I didn't want to film this video, because of how anxious I felt all month long, and then that week was just very, very, very overwhelming. So me just thinking back to these texts that I got and how I felt when I got them, I was like, oh my god, if this is ruined, I'm never planning another fucking party for him. John goes and texts me a screenshot. Jesus, I feel I'm getting hot. John texted me a screenshot. And apparently there's this thing for Xfinity where it tells you when a device is connected to your Wi-Fi. It tells you what the device is called, so it says Joshua's Apple Watch just connected to your home network, and then Joshua BTS, I don't know, iPhone just connected to your home network for the first time. This is John's friend Josh, who has been here before, so I don't know why it said he connected for the first time, but John texted me this and puts 3 question marks, and I'm just like, Josh, I'm gonna fucking kill you. I said, get off my Wi-Fi. Everyone get off the Wi-Fi. So I said, Josh came by to drop off a gift. He was trying to surprise you. You can call him. I think it's from Christian too. Yada, yada, yada. So John thought it was some random guy, Josh, because it didn't spell out his last name. But his last name starts with a B. So I thought that John put 2 and 2 together, that it was Josh that was here. But he thought it was like some random, she was like, this girl's just gonna cheat on me on my birthday. So then John's like, oh, that's nice. Wonder why it's the first time. I'm like, thank God, he believed a lot. He said, now Steph came over, I can stalk your whole life. Why did you never get notifications when these bitches were here for wine nights? I made a new group chat of everyone who was actually coming to the party, and I said, like, oh, can't wait for you guys to come over, this and that, da da da. Like, I was just giving them updates. So I went back into that same group chat that same night, and I said, do not enter this home unless your data is turned off on both your phone and your Apple Watches, because John is getting notifications every single time someone connects. So then I was texting my sister Leslie, right? And I was like, oh, I was telling her about it, and Mr. Mike and my mom helped, and this and that, yada yada. So she said, when is he supposed to be there? And I meant to text her, but I texted John instead, and I said, very soon he's leaving his mom's now. And the fact is, I didn't even know when he was leaving. When I asked his mom, I texted her, and she asked what time do you want him home by. I said, I want him home by 8:30, but I think she thought I meant like for him to leave her house at 8:30, so he didn't end up getting back until 9. So I really was guessing and was like, okay, if he's not here by 8:30, because she would have told me that he left. I was like, I'm assuming he's probably gonna leave her house at 8:30. But also, bitch, I have your fucking location. Stop acting like I don't know where your life is. He said, well, I'm about to be on my way home from my mom's. And he put a smiley face. I was like, this bitch knows. So I said, Josh was asking if you got home, and I was looking at your location. Sorry, don't tell Josh. And he said, okay, haha. So I knew that, like, he bought that shit. So then finally John comes home, and I have this footage where we're waiting for John to walk in. He literally took like a whole 10-15 minutes. This boy was just sitting in his car checking sports or whatever. But we were like cracking up because his one friend was so, Christian, you were so loud. Why were you so loud? Christian was so loud. They were over here, they were making jokes though. They were like, what is he doing? He's changing his oil. Like, he finally walked in. I was so happy, and I literally asked him, and I said, did you know, like the minute he walked through the door? And he said, no, I didn't know. And I said, thank God, because if he had known this entire time, I was like, party's over, like everyone go the fuck home. Like, surprise! We had a great time. He liked all the decorations. He was happy that all of his friends were there. Yeah, he's just gonna have to know next time. He's gonna have to know, because that was just too much. That was too much. Like, being anxious for a whole month took a toll. Okay, it took a little bit of a toll, but I'm happy that he enjoyed himself. He was so happy, so shocked, so surprised. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. And keep a lookout for my birthday one, because my birthday one will be easier to edit because I actually had a pretty good time, and I vlogged most of it, so you guys will see all of that and all that fun stuff that happened. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed watching this, and I will talk to you guys in my next one.